Deana Moody. I'm here with MAP Real Talk Show, and I'm here at the Worldwide Women Film Festival of 2020, and I'm here with
Deana Williams-Trigg, the writer, director, producer of Spot.
That's awesome. Tell us a little bit about your film and what inspired you to write it.
Well, first of all, I want you to see it. What inspired me is the fact that it's just a little story about a man and his daughter and their special pet. So that's all I'm going to tell you. I want you to see it, and then you can tell me what you think afterwards.
Oh, she's leaving us in suspense. Why don't you tell us some about your film festival you have?
Oh, I have a film festival. It's called A Night of Misfit Films. It is always Thanksgiving weekend, so the Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving, and it's held at the Onyx Art Gallery in downtown Phoenix. I'm really excited about it. It's in its 5th year.
That's amazing. I know I went to the last one, and I can't wait to go to the next one.
Oh.
So everybody come on out.
Yes, please.
Hi, I'm Deana Moody. I'm here with MAP Real Talk Show, and I'm here with
Jada Pasha.
Hi, Jada. Tell us about your films. I heard you just starred in a horror film.
It was pretty interesting. Well, there was a lot of ants and dirt, and it was kind of dirty, but it was fun and it was interesting.
And you played their lead role? That's amazing. And you've done other films?
Yeah.
And what's the difference? What do you prefer? Do you prefer the horror films, or what other films have you done?
Kind of feel like the horror films are a little funner because once you see like the actual film, it's weird to think about how you did it and then like.
Hi, this is Cyndee Head with MAP Real Talk Show, and I'm here with
Adam Bullock.
And Adam is a voice actor, and he worked on the movie Spot, and so he's going to tell us a little bit of his interaction with that movie.
All right, so my basic involvement was Spot, which is directed by Deana Williams-Trigg. Basically, I was directed to actually not only perform Spot, which in this film is a type of monster character, spoiler alert, but I get to perform the puppet live in the film. I also got to help create the puppet based on what Deana actually chose to design the character off of, which was based off a couple of things of, like, if you've seen the movie Ghoulies and Gremlins, and so that was like, and when I got the inspiration, that when you see the film tonight or whenever during this film festival, it's a great little character.
Well, you're talking Ghoulies and Gremlins. That's like back in the 80s, so
oh, yeah.
That's right.
Hi, I'm Deana Moody with MAP Real Talk Show, and we're here at the Worldwide Women's Film Festival, and I'm here with
Tracy Rector, producer of No Ordinary Love.
And I'm also here with
China Robinson. I'm the writer and director of No Ordinary Love.
Great. So tell a little bit about your movie and how you got started in the industry.
Well, this is my first film to produce, and this is the first film that China and I have done together, and we're very excited about it. It is a romantic thriller. We think it keeps the audience on the edge of their seat, and we get really good feedback from the audience for that they enjoy the story very much. So it's a story about two women who are in a relationship with manipulative husbands, and it's the story about how they deal with that situation and the awkwardness of it and the complexity of it.
Wow, that sounds amazing. And what made you get into the industry?
I have a personal interest in raising awareness of domestic violence. I've served on a board for a community, for a safe haven of Tarrant County in Fort Worth, Texas, on their board. And so from that, I have more of an awareness of that situation, that issue, and it seems that we need to raise more awareness of it. And so there's a great way of raising awareness is through film, and so that's what we've partnered to do that. So.
I agree with that, and I thank you so much. That's amazing. And China, how did you get involved in the industry?
I've actually been in the industry for about 12 years. I started with theater for about 10 years. I wrote and directed for stage, and then moved to film in 2016 and did the film circuit with that first film, and that's how Tracy and I actually met. So I've been in the industry for quite a while before this one.
Oh, that's amazing. What other films have you done?
I did a film. It's called Greenwood 13 Hours, and that was my first film. This is my second. So.
Hi, this is Cyndee Head with MAP Real Talk Show, and I'm here with Ann Cabano, and she is a woman filmmaker and amazing. So this is your second time here?
This is my second time here, yes.
So would you like to talk about last year's film, because that was such a great project?
Oh, last year's film was Stronger by This. It was a short film that was written by a 14-year-old Faith Payne, and I think she's going to actually be here today for my second film today. But it was a suicide awareness theme.
And today's film, can you give us a little bit hint what that's going to be about?
I can. Today's film is a documentary, and it's a little more heavy topic. It's about a woman who was raised in a cult that experienced a lot of ritual abuse, and her journey to healing through trauma, complex PTSD, dissociative identity disorder, and it's really more focused on her healing journey, but it's quite a story. She's quite a woman.
And you also have the Be Loved project. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
I do. So the Just Be Loved project is a social awareness campaign where we talk about the heavy stuff like I do in my films. It's really about connecting people. It's about teaching people to understand other people so we can be more compassionate, loving, caring, and connected human beings.
Hi, this is Cyndee Head with Map Real Talk Show, and I am here with the writers, directors, producers, and actress in the movie Pioneers in Skirts, and they're going to introduce themselves and tell you a little bit about their movie.
Hi, I'm Leanne. I'm the producer and co-writer of the film.
And I'm Ashley Maria, the director and star of it, like you said. And it's a documentary feature that talks about the sexism and the bias that women are still confronted with in their careers, and what do we do about it. So it follows my story as well as these young girls on a robotics team and a young mom who finds out she's pregnant while she's also up for a raise and is afraid to tell her boss. So it is a story-driven documentary, social impact, activism. Like, we really want people to watch the film, walk away hopeful, and walk away with action-based ideas and strategies and just hope. That's really what we want.
And this is a mother-daughter team. So as the mom, how do you feel about your daughter's action and doing this whole project?
Well, it's very exciting, right? I'm not a filmmaker. She asked me to help her make this film a few years ago, about 6 years ago, and about 3 years ago I stopped working so I could help her finish. Yeah, it's a lot of work. So how excited am I? Well, I'm actually watching her career take off, right? I'm watching how good she is at directing. She won the DGA Award, which is the Directors Guild of America Award, when she was in college for her master's thesis film. And I didn't know that she would have this kind of problem in getting into the film industry, understanding what it will take to get ahead for a woman in this industry. So making a film with her about the topic and taking the entire story outside of the film industry, and then me looking back at my own career and what I had to go through, it's beyond excited for my daughter. I'm excited just for the story itself.
And you said this is your first feature, and you had done some shorts. So can you tell me maybe some of the trials and tribulations you had versus the shorts versus the feature?
Sure. So with the short films, obviously a much shorter story, and those were narratives. So those were written. Those were a script that had a cast and production days, not years. So when it comes to transitioning into a documentary, especially an investigative film that follows stories over the course of years, I mean, it's like you're really changing your mind and your strategy on how you're going to build a world around a film. And so luckily Leanne, of course, mom, joined, and because she's a marketing strategist, I mean, global marketing, and so she was able to build this film into an entity. And you know, it was Pioneers in Skirts, and she's the one that brought it into social media, and then bringing it into companies, and building campaigns around it so that it can be a message that's actually offered and taken instead of just shown and then walked away. So it's a different mentality going from a short film to a feature, because you're trying to build its audience way bigger than a short.
So it's like running a company, right? So she became an LLC. She has Ashley Maria Productions now as a result of making the film, because you have to do that when you make a feature film. So we ended up building a company together, and this company is intended, this film, this product, is intended to impact people around the world on what it is that a woman goes through in her lifetime and what it is that causes her to have her ambition plummet just 2 years out of college. We have statistics about that in the film. It's important. It's important to us to do that. So that's why we're doing this.
Well, you are truly pioneers in this industry, and I am looking forward to seeing your film. And I really appreciate you stopping by, and I appreciate what you're doing for women in film and for the entertainment industry.
Thank you. Thank you.
And this is Cyndee Head with MAP Real Talk. Hi, this is Cyndee Head with MAP Real Talk, and I am here with Ava Louise, and she is the Worldwide Women's Film Festival, and so she's going to tell you a little bit about the festival and how it came to be.
Well, 3 years ago, or actually 4 years ago, I had Kim Henneke approach me with this idea about doing the film festival after we just got through doing a large ensemble cast of 7 major lead women in a sci-fi feature film, or not, a sci-fi short film actually that we did. And this idea for the film festival came up, and so I told her, hey, let's just do it, because it was her idea, her brainchild, and I like to make things happen. So that's what we did. We came together, made it happen. This is our 3rd year. One of the things that we're most proud of this year is that we have 86% of our films are written and or directed by women, which is the films. Yeah, it's just like amazing, because that statistic is not what the industry is right now. And so we have 86 films showing from over 23 different countries, and we have people that have literally come from across the world, from Ireland, from Germany, from where else? From Israel, Guatemala. I mean, we have people coming from all over here to watch films this weekend. So for us, that's kind of one of the most beautiful things, was to create this platform where we could showcase women talent.
So you also are a filmmaker,
Yes,
and so what are you doing right now? What are your projects?
Well, when the festival is over, I will be working on post-production for my feature film called Life of Consequences. So I'm not the writer of that, but I'm actually the executive producer, along with cinematographer and editor and everything else. But we had a huge cast for that one, and that one is going to be like a very highlighted premiere of a lot of different goals that we were trying to accomplish with that one. And then I have 5 short films that we're in pre-production on. So I start filming on February 14th. I have like 1 day off, and then I go right into filming again. So.
Well, and I also know you do other projects as well. So you're never stopping. So would you like to talk about some of the other projects you do?
Sure. Well, I'm on the board of directors for Arizona Apparel Foundation, and we have a lot of great activities that are coming. We've been growing. We're also 3 years old with that nonprofit, and what we do is we help really support apparel manufacturing for emerging designers, but we want to do it sustainably and with zero waste, and we want to help to keep the industry in the United States, but also here locally in Arizona, because nobody believed there was a fashion industry. I've been in the fashion industry for 10 years, so there is absolutely a fashion industry here, and we're trying to make people aware, because that creates work. And so that's what we're trying to do, is work with the Economic Development Department of the City of Tempe and the City of Phoenix, and really just encourage. So that's like a huge other side thing that I do. And then really just film is really going to be a major focus of mine. So you're going to see me in both of those genres only pretty much for the next year. So
You are such a gem to Arizona, and we are so lucky to have you and lucky to be in the entertainment industry in all your aspects. So thank you so much for what you do for women.
Oh, I thank you, because I feel like what I can do is just give a voice to those that can't do that for themselves, because either they feel like they don't have those opportunities. So just being able to do that and share what people's messages are is what I'm really all about, is that, and being the biggest cheerleader you could ever have.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate you letting us be here today.
Thank you.
And this is Cyndee Head with MAP Real
This is
Talk.
Deana Moody with MAP Real Talk Show, and we're here at the Women's Film Festival, and I'm here with
Corrine Zalat.
Corrine. Tell us a little bit about your film.
My film is called A Created Life, A Journey to Empowerment, and it is a mixture of healing from childhood trauma, following 15 years of childhood trauma that I experienced, and the different healing modalities, adverse childhood experiences, somatic experiences, things like that, and then delves into forgiveness, and I go back and face a convicted serial killer who abducted me and raped me and tried to kill me when I was 14, and forgive him.
Oh wow, that's pretty amazing. That's what a story. So is this your first film?
Yeah, this is my first feature-length film, well, first film.
And what made you want to get in the film industry?
More than anything, I really just wanted to convey this message. I wanted to be able to relay this important message because a lot of people know about adverse childhood experiences and that there's an impact on our health, but so many of us really don't we don't face some, the things that hurt us in life, and so hurt people, and there tends to be a lot of that going on right now, and I just really wanted to convey a message about bravery and taking on your healing so that we can have a world that works together.
That's amazing, and I wish your film all the success.
Thank you.
And again, this is Deana Moody with MAP Real Talk Show, and we'll see you soon.
Hi, this is Cyndee with MAP Real Talk Show, and I'm here with Sandy Kim. And so she is an actress, writer, producer, all jack of all trades. So she's going to talk about some of her projects right now.
It's called Portrait of an Addict, and it is an independent film. It's somewhere, I call it a medium-length film. It's the runtime is actually 45 minutes and 24 seconds, which is kind of no man's land in terms of programming. But it was a really personal project. It's based in part on a real person in my life, my son's biological mother, who unfortunately became addicted to opioid drugs and ended up losing her life. So I actually wrote the film to help me forgive her and understand her and have some compassion for her and the many other people who are addicted to drugs. And we've just finished it. It was a very long editing process, and now I'm in the process of sending it out to film festivals.
And you're also in front of the camera, so you're a very talented actress.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Well, I appreciate that, and you've taught me very well. So what do you prefer, being in front of the camera or behind the camera?
I definitely prefer being in front of the camera. I never thought I was actually going to be a filmmaker. I kind of went into it by accident. I moved here from New York about 10 years ago, and I had no idea that there was even a film community out here. So I thought I was going to have to put my acting dreams on hold. And then I discovered a plethora of amazing filmmakers out here. So I started working on indie films. I signed with Danny's agency, started doing commercials and that kind of thing. But I realized that the demographic out here is a little bit different from New York, where I'm from. So I thought that my best bet was actually to start creating my own content. So I forced myself to learn everything, and I started working with people doing, casting, production, first AD work. I've been a boom operator, everything, and I just fell in love with the craft, and I really enjoy being on both sides of the camera. If I had to pick one for the rest of my life, I would definitely be an actress and a performer, because that is my first love. But being on the other side is a pretty close.